Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Just want to send some positive vibes your way, guys. Regardless where you are, I hope that you're having an amazing day. And if you're not having an amazing day, keep that in mind. It will get better, guys. So keep up the grind because it will get better. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about the last day of the Clepsydra reset. What heroes we should keep at the high level, what we should reset, what are our main priorities. So I'm going to share with you guys some tips that will help you decide on what heroes to keep. Regardless if you're in Season 2 or Season 3, I'm not going to focus on specific heroes, on names. I will focus more on mechanics and key things that will enable us to have a good progression. This video is sponsored by Dragonheir Silent Gods, so I just want to say a big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. And if you guys are new to the channel, or you haven't tried Dragonheir Silent Gods, or you want to come and join me in Dragonheir, you can download the game by using my link in the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. Season 3 Echoes of the Deep is in full swing, guys, introducing a new elemental affinity, tons of awesome heroes, actually over 30 new heroes coming to Dragonheir Silent Gods in Season 3, a new sandbox, new artifacts, new gear sets, tons and tons of things happening, guys. How I mentioned, the main thing that I really want to prioritize is the Clepsydra Torrent. So we have 12 hours left for this. If you started playing at pretty much the same time with me, and even if you are not in this situation right now, probably you're going to be in a few days. So still consider to take the advice, basically. So let me just walk you through what I've done. And I'm going to show you the heroes that I kept. Now, my heroes are pretty strong. How I mentioned, I don't want to focus on the heroes, okay? Don't do the mistake to just look at my heroes and be like, well, Skratch, you have all these amazing legendaries. That's why you kept them, and easy peasy. That's not what I want to point out. I actually had to make some sacrifices now, and I'm about to get wrecked on the leaderboard because I decided to sacrifice some things in order to keep other things better, okay? So I have at the moment, I have approximately 8 characters that can be all the way up to level 90. I still have 2 stamina refills that can allow me to go and farm more Goblin. I probably over-farmed a bit the Grave of Venom for epic gear. I've done a few refills, you know, so I definitely over-farmed it a bit, you know, because I have too much epic gear. I haven't even realized. I think I just clicked on the two battles and it just ate the stamina. But either way, I farmed too much gear, so that is actually holding me a bit back with the heroes. So they're not all at 90. The main thing that I really prioritize this time around, guys, is ensuring that I will have a team for the vortex that will not necessarily give me insane damage now, but it will be effective later on. Because if I need to keep up a team that will give me 15, 20 plus million damage right now on the vortex on difficulty 2, and then once I get to difficulty 3 in a week, I need to change it, and those heroes will be wasted at level 90 because I won't be using them till the Otherworld event or something like that. That is a waste. So I decided that I will keep Corrosion, okay? I have a different video coming later on Corrosion, and yes, I managed to summon a Rook. I'm not sure if the video with my summoning will be up by the time this video is up, but you will get to see that as well. Was actually extremely lucky. You won't believe the luck that I had when I summoned him, because was not even on the Season 3 banner, okay? Keep that in mind, was not even on that. So this team is pretty weak in the Vortex right now, okay? Comparing it with what the rest of the people are doing in the Vortex, you know, this is pretty weak. I'm not doing enough damage to be able to compete. And I won't be able to compete in the Vortex probably for the next 1+ week, till I'm gonna up the damage on my heroes. But you know what? I sacrifice this. I don't care about it. Yes, it is important to be able to rank high on the seasonal leaderboard. And you might think that this will be the factor that decides who's making the higher top this season. Well, let me tell you what. I do think is important. but I really don't think that is going to make such a big difference, because once the Otherworld event starts and the rest of the things, that's when I'm going to be stepping up more. And once my Vortex team, it will get to do the proper damage, that's when I'm going to recover a little bit. But still, I will be at disadvantage quite a bit now in the Vortex. So I just wanted to point out that Vortex, even though it's a priority, is not my main priority for the very first 1-2 weeks, guys. And it shouldn't be for any of you unless you're a Mega Kraken and you want to do top 10, okay? If you want to do top 10, then yeah, grind your way to it, kill it, do the best possible team, and try to squeeze it from everywhere. But if you're in that situation, probably you're purchasing every single stamina refill daily up to the maximum, okay? And I'm not doing that, and I cannot compete with the whales anyway, you know? So I don't want to do it. Then the next thing that I prioritized was to ensure that I have a viable Goblin team, okay? So that was my main priority. Ensuring that I can reach stage 5 with 3 stars on the second Goblin. And once I've done that, I lock that team, and if I have any extra potions to level up different heroes, I will do it, and I will prioritize the Grave of Venom. So I've done my Goblin team right here, and yes, it is pretty loaded with the legendary heroes that I kept, but this will manage to basically farm this without a problem in 50-60 seconds, you know, and that is actually very beneficial for me, because I can keep this team running. I don't need to change anything. 2 of these characters are in my Vortex team. I have a few extra ones that will be in the Grave of Venom. They will be in the Grave of Curse, and they will be in the ancient, not the ancient battlefield, the heretical ruins, which will open tomorrow, you know. So the main things that you gotta prioritize is have that decreased attack, have enough support, and make sure you are ticking the key mechanics on the main dungeons. Goblin, Grave of Venom, and preferably you wanna reset right now your teams back and forward, and make sure that you're farming enough domains to be able to rank them to 90, to have enough materials to rank a few heroes from the chosen elemental affinity to 90 without having to worry the next day after the reset is gone that, oh my god, I cannot do the domain anymore because my team is just not able to do that. So this is a very disgusting team. I'll be very honest with you guys what I kept right here, but this is going to get the job done for me. So the next thing that I prioritized after the Goblin, how I mentioned, I ensured that I farmed enough domains. So right now, I will need to level up a couple of different characters, but I'm going to walk you through that in just a second. I actually only farmed 2 domains. So I haven't went out of the way to go and do the Tempest domain because it's pretty irrelevant at the moment. I am not planning to play with Lightning and Necrosis at the moment. So I've done probably like 3-4 runs, just what I had to do for the journal, you know, for the quest. But out of that, I only farmed the ice domain, and I farmed the fire domain because like this, I have basically two strong combinations of teams: Radiance and Fire, Ice and Poison, and I swapped in between them for the entire week right now. But after this is done, I'm not going to swap anymore. Actually, I'm not going to swap from here on anymore because, how you may notice, I still have materials to do another 2 Frost heroes at level 90. Now, I only need to do 1 more, but I'm going to get to that in just a second. So, my Grave of Venom is sorted. If I can't really give you examples of what heroes to keep, guys, because I don't know what every single one of you guys has, okay? But as long as you are able to tackle the Goblin, that should be your main priority, and you should ensure that you are leveling up those characters to the highest possible level to ensure that you are ticking the 3 stars on the Goblin. If you're doing that tomorrow or in 2 days from now, you're going to be able to farm enough Goblin to build your Vortex team to level 90. Even if they're level 70 now, you might get a bit of a smack, and maybe lose 30 gems. You're not going to lose the 30 gems because it's going to be pretty straightforward, but you might not reach the top chest or whatever, you know? It doesn't matter. Go and get your Goblin team sorted and then worry about the rest, you know? Right now I'm doing the Grave of Venom, so I'm able to farm Grave of Venom stage 8, but not stage 9. And I'm not really bothered by that just yet because I'm still developing my my teams. So this is sorted too, just by changing basically one character. So for this, I'm using double tank. I'm using, of course, Frorbart. I'm still using 3 legendaries that are actually very, very helpful. Like the couple is super powerful, and this allows me to keep my tank alive. You know, I don't need to bring in Garius. I don't need to go for Radiance. Now, if I was not summoning the couple for the ice element, at 1,000,000%, I was going to rock right now Radiance and Fire. No questions asked. But basically, this is the team for my Grave of Venom. Now, I'm not prepared for the Grave of Curse because I need to level up Viniara. I don't have the potions right now to level her up. That's fine. I have 2 refills, how I mentioned, and that will allow me basically to build Viniara tomorrow. Probably, I'm not gonna rush to do it today because there's literally no reason to rush and do it. And then I'm gonna be able to push all the way to stage 9. I haven't really focused on this dungeon whatsoever. But now that I can do my characters to level 90, all I'm really missing from here is basically Viniara. Now, I was using Elminster as well. So after I'm done with Viniara, the next character that I'll be leveling up is going to be Elminster, you know, because he will be pretty important for the Grave of Venom stage 9 when I'm gonna get to it for the very first time. That shield is going to be massive. And why I like Elminster is that he has 2 different debuffs, you know, which is very, very impactful on that. But here, I can run it with Viniara, or I can use a different character that will remove buffs from the boss or put block buffs in time, and it's fine if you're able to do that. You could probably just do it with Voresh, you know, fail every now and then, but still not the end of the world. Like I could probably go in and do it like this. You know, I'm not sure if I'm going to succeed with a team like this, but I really don't see why not. You know, like the main issue that I will have probably will be to remove the buffs. But once I get Voresh up and running to ensure that he's going to put block buffs before the boss gets the buffs, we're gonna be fine. You know, so I might not even need to level up Viniara for the moment, and I could prioritize different things, but that's not a big issue anyway. And then the next thing that will open tomorrow, guys, will be the Heretical Ruins. This will be pretty straightforward. The team that does the Grave of Venom for me will be able to do this without a problem. If I need to change Rook from there so he's not the main damage dealer and bring in instead Vitar or a different damage dealer, I'm just gonna do that and get it done like that. Or maybe I will need that heal reduction, and maybe I'm gonna have to level up Sigrid, you know. So keeping the options open is always a good idea, you know. But as long as you're getting your priorities in order, you should be more than fine, and it should be pretty straightforward on deciding on what characters you're keeping, you know. And try to don't spread yourself too thin and have 15 of them at level 70, because that will block your progression. You want to have the core team that can do Goblin at the highest possible level. Maybe you don't need to have them all at level 90 to do Goblin 5 with 3 stars, you know. Maybe it's fine if you have them like me, level 84, level 80, level 73, 89, and they're doing Goblin too. But of course, these are more powerful heroes, and if your heroes are not OP like these ones, it will be harder for you to get to this stage, you know. So then you will have to ensure that you're leveling them up to 90 to really maximize and squeeze everything out of them. So as long as you're not spreading yourself too thin by making a lot of heroes at level 70, you're gonna be fine, you know. And then slowly make your way to the vortex. 1 week will not stop you from anything, and I feel like it will be more rewarding for you to focus on the other things first and then stress about the vortex, you know, because it is important, but the rest of the things will be more important to ensure you a better progression, you know. Look at what heroes you guys have available and make the best possible choice based on what you have there, you know. Like, by now, you've played Season 1 or you've played Season 2 and 1, depending on what season you are currently. If you're watching the video because you're in Season 3 or in Season 2 at the beginning and you're wondering how to work on all these things, you already have some experience with the characters that you played before. So try to look at elemental affinity, right? Like, what gives you the best support? What gives you the best damage? What will allow you to tick multiple boxes? Vortex, Goblin, Grave of Venom, Grave of Curse, Heretical Ruins, you know, in the very first 1-2 weeks. But that was all for this video, guys. Hopefully you found some clarity in what I said right here. Hopefully I haven't mumbled too much about all of these things that you need to kind of like keep in mind. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love, and don't forget, if you wanna join me in Dragonheir Silent Gods, you can download the game by using my link in the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.